Hey, first graders, the first thing you do is always the same. Pick up your pencil and write your name. We are working on lesson 76 and 77. I'm going to go ahead and share a different screen with you so that you can take a look at what we reviewed this week. Here we go. Okay, so we talked, for lesson 76, we talked about ending patterns. We're going to we reviewed words with different ending patterns, like the "iled," where there's a long I, and it says, for example, like in the word wild, or "eind," the ending pattern "eind," where there's a long I again, like in the word mind, or the ending pattern "old," where the O is saying its name, as in told, olt, as in like bolt, again, O is saying its name, and ost, like as in host. We also talked about Y acting as the letter I, or saying I. It comes at the end of a one-syllable word. When Y comes at the end of a one-syllable word, it says I. We also talked about when Y says E at the end of a two-syllable word. So, and we need to, when we're coming to words with the E sound at the end, we need to make sure that we get both syllables right, like puppy. Okay, we don't put an E, we put a Y if it's a two-syllable word. And last, we learned about the final stable syllable. Again, remembering to cover up those three letters and doing the syllables like te, bull. That ul is always going to be an LE. All right. For the other lesson, 77, we talked about the bossy R. Okay, and now it's kind of bossy. When we put the R sound after a vowel, it will completely change the way the vowel sounds. That's why we call it the bossy R, or R controlled. This week we learned about the AR, like in arm. So when you hear that kind of that pirate sound, that R sound, I want you to put AR. Let's go ahead and get back to the quiz. All right, our first word is going to be the word cry. And it's going to be a C at the beginning of this, not a K. Cry. I. Remember, it is not an I. Think what other letter at the end of a one-syllable word makes the I sound? Cry. Our next word is windy. Win-D. Win is your first syllable. D is your second syllable. In. And then we have D. E. But remember, it is not an E. What other letter makes the long E sound at the end of a two-syllable word? D. Make sure your D is facing the right direction. Use your desk if you need help. Word number 3 is the word simple. Simple. Do the first syllable. Sim. 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 Do the second syllable, the final stable syllable, which is pull. Pull. But it doesn't end in an L. There's 2 dots here. Do that final stable syllable. Simple. Number 1 is cry. Number 2 is windy. Number 3 is simple. All right, you can see here I have 2 dots underneath this arm to help you remember that it is 2 letters. Our first word is going to be the word car. It is not a K. It is not a K. R. Remember what 2 letters make that R sound? R. Your second word is going to be the word part. Art. Art. Heart. Make sure your P is facing the right direction. Use your desk to help you. Number 6 is the word hard. ard, ard. 4 letters. Ard. Make sure your D is facing in the right direction. Please use your desk to help you. We have car, heart, hard. Make sure, first graders, that there are no capital letters in any of these words. Moving on to our heart words. Our first heart word is the word people. People. 2-syllable word. And it's got that final stable syllable at the end. P, E, P, ul. But remember, we need another vowel next to that E to make it say E. So 2 vowels go walking. First one does the talking. That's why the heart is here. And if you can't remember how to spell this word, just think of people eat omelets. People like eggs. People. Number 2 is the word 40. We have 2 letters here, okay? We have f, then we have or, t, e, f, or, t, e, and it is not an E. Think about what letter, and at the end of a 2-syllable word also makes the long E sound. All right. The heart word that we talked about this week was the word pretty. Prit, T, prit, T. I'm gonna go ahead. We have that. So let's go ahead. Let's spell prit. P, R, P, R, I. And guess what? No I. Okay. There's no I in pretty. Think about what the other vowel could be. So we have P, R, I, T. We have prit, T, P, R, I, T. And that's the first syllable. And then we have T, E. Remember, it's not an E. What letter at the end of a 2-syllable word also makes the E sound? Pretty. Double consonant in there. No I. So there's another letter that sometimes can make the I sound, but it's not an I in there. Pretty. And our last heart word is going to be the word for, like as in the number 4. There are 4 letters in 4. And if you can spell the word your, you can spell for. This is the number word for, like the number right here. So just to review, we have people, 40, pretty, no I in pretty, and 4. Let's go ahead and do our sentences. I got the saddle for the pony. 7 words. I got the saddle for the pony. Capitalize your I. Now let's go to got. G, A, T. Make sure your G is facing the right way. I got the. I got the saddle. Saddle. 2-syllable word. Let's do the first syllable. Sad. S-A-D. S-A-D. And let's do the second syllable. D-ol. D-ol. Final stable syllable here. I put that leaf there to remind you. I got the saddle for, or, for the, oops, for the, I got the saddle for the pony, 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 p-o, n-e, E. But remember, this is a two-syllable word. What letter, other than E, can make the long E sound at the end of a two-syllable word? Pony. I got the saddle for the pony. Don't forget your punctuation. Remember your P in pony, make sure it's facing the right direction. Sentence number 2. We got to the farm at 4. We, capital W, W-E, got, G-ought, G-ought. Make sure your G is facing in the right direction. We got to, this isn't the, we got to, the third word is to. We got to the farm. Arm. There's our new thing, 2 letters, farm. 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 At. 4. Heart words. 4 letters in the word for. If you can spell your, you can spell for. We got to the farm at 4. Please put your punctuation in there. First graders, also make sure that the only capital letters in these 2 sentences is the first letter of the sentence. No other capital letters. All right, double check your work. If you're done, put it in the I'm done pile and go and play roll and read.